Yo, what's going on, everyone? It's your boy Malik Thomas, and today we have a very special video that has been highly requested. It's been highly requested by me as well because I need y'all to understand and learn skating etiquette. So this is gonna be a video to teach you that. Today we are here at Rainbow Roller Rink. Oh, that was just Mike. He's the owner of the rink. We are in here, and I'm able to break this down and teach you guys a little bit about skate etiquette. So there are some things that we're really going to be talking about today, like how to skate on the outside lane, the use of it, as well as the inside lane, as well as the middle. And I'll be able to provide examples for you guys to show you a little bit on what you should do when you are in a roller rink. We are also going to learn how to get on the floor and how to get off the floor, because a lot of people like to just dart on. A lot of rental skaters come in, they're not looking left and right, and that can cause a hazard sometimes to make somebody run into you. So there's a lot of things that need to be learned when we are teaching skate etiquette. So the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and talk on the outside, and we're gonna learn what the outside lane is for. Oh yeah, so now we're back, and this is something I'm gonna teach you guys about on how to skate in the fast lane. So when you are in this lane right here, you're going to have a lot of skaters who are going to be moving at a faster pace than the rest of the rink. So this is where you will see a lot of styles such as JB snapping, ATL step, ATL riding. And this is where a lot of skaters will be going at higher rates of speed than everyone else. But this is one thing I also want to tell you. This is also somewhere where you can get on and off the floor from. So as you see, there's entrances and out and in of the area where you're going to find a lot of rental skaters or just a lot of general skaters who are trying to get on the floor or off the floor. So make sure when you are in the fast lane that you are moving at a faster pace than everyone else so that you can be generous. And if you are going faster than somebody, just slightly move them over. They won't take it as disrespect. It's a skater thing. We know when that person comes around, sometimes we might be like, oh, I don't want this person to touch me, but you know that it's this person trying to just get through and pass over. It's nothing too bad, but this is the fast lane. Make sure you stay in speed when you're in this lane. So one thing I need to tell you guys also, this is an area where a lot of rental skaters like to hang out. They like to hang out on the wall, or they like to hold the wall. Like they can't really get their balance all the way, and that kind of causes a lot of accidents. So this is the area where you'll usually find a lot of rental skaters because they're trying to keep their balance up on the wall. And you'll hear the DJ probably announce eventually all rental skaters go to the middle of the floor to learn how to skate. And that's to really encourage you to not have to depend on the wall. So when you hear that call, just go ahead and make it to the middle. Even if you feel like you can't skate, just come on over. All right, so look, y'all, now we are in the kind of middle lane on the outside, I would call it. It's a lot of different ways you can describe it, but this lane right here is literally specifically to kind of be on a medium fast tip. Like you're not really trying to go too fast, you don't want people pushing you out the way, but you kind of still want to chill and skate. This is a lane where you can really lab up and where you can do New York, New Jersey, trains and trios. You know, you can even snap in this lane. Sometimes you cut through and do a little JB, but you're not going too fast. You just kind of like, you just chilling, you know? So this lane right here is more so specifically for people who are at a medium fast speed. They're not trying to go too fast and too hype, but they trying to just be chill and just roll around, still skate and do their thing without going too fast. Yeah, so you know, this lane right here is definitely like the chill vibes lane. Like when you come here, you're not really doing too much. Sometimes some people still skate. Sometimes people still probably, you know, have a little fun and, you know, twist, but it's not a lot of energy in it. You know why? Because it's like the chill lane. This is the lane where you can probably chit chat, talk to people, have conversations. This is also a lane where you can kind of just like do a little couple foot movements and just chill, you know? It's like a rest lane. You ain't really doing too much. The people in the middle going crazy. The people on the outside doing their thing. You ain't really got to worry about too much because you're just getting a recharge right now. So this is a rest lane. This is the lane where you come to and you literally just relax and chill and have fun. And then when you're ready to get back out there and have some fun, that's when you can get out this lane and go out there. But there's one more lane we're going to move to that y'all got to know before we go ahead and close out. So this is really one of my favorite places to be. And this is one that I really want to teach you guys about because I want to see more people here. So right now, we are currently in the middle of the rink. And this is actually one of my favorite places to be because of multiple things. This is one place where you can actually chill and relax. You ain't really got to worry about nothing. You can literally be a spectator if you want to. And I would tell you this, when you come to the middle, this is the area where you can have a big circle on a skate jam and you can kind of just watch people skate and everybody go in. You can feed off other people's energy when they're skating. This is a place where you train and you want to learn how to do stationary things. You can learn how to do spins. It's always a party in the middle. The outside is cool, but when you come to the middle, it's a whole different ball game. So in the middle, you'll be able to see a lot of people just kind of sitting there chatting, talking, and just kind of sitting around, you know, having conversations, maybe teaching each other something, maybe partner skating, doing New York, New Jersey. You know, there's so many things that you can do in the middle that doesn't require a lot of energy, but you can also rest. So one good thing about the middle is that the energy could be very low or it could be very high. There's no in between. On the outside, you have sections of how it goes, but on the middle, you got people over here making a circle, doing a Jersey circle. You got another middle cipher over here, people going one by one. It's a showcase. So the middle is really a vibe, and this is a place where you can kind of really relax and chill and just stand around and do nothing. Or you can kind of get out there and really do some work in the middle. This is one of my favorite places, and I hope you guys can enjoy it as much as I do. But these are a couple of things that you need to know when you are learning skate etiquette. But next thing we're gonna work on is we're gonna go ahead and kind of practice how to get on and off the floor because it can kind of be a little confusing when people are trying to enter the floor. Let's go ahead. What's up, y'all? We back with another area. So right here is where I'm gonna be getting on the floor. So today I'm gonna be showing you also how to get on the floor and how to get off the floor. So what a lot of people always do when they're first time skating, they don't wanna look to the left or they don't wanna look to the right. They simply just go ahead and jump straight on the floor. That is the worst thing you can possibly do as a new skater. So I'm here to really give you the tips so you don't make a mistake. The reason why you don't want to jump straight on the floor is because you need to look on the left side and see if there's anyone coming in the fast lane. It could get really bad and somebody could get injured if you guys are not paying attention. So if you're outside and you're sitting here, you got to make sure you look to the left to make sure there's not any skaters flying past so that you don't collide into them. There's often a lot of times where you are skating and you see a lot of rental skaters that are almost on the edge. You can kind of almost predict it and know what they're going to do, especially at like family sets when you're just going to just have a good time and skate, but you know there's going to be kids and rental skaters there. You got to pay attention and you know they're just going to dart right out on the floor. So the main thing you want to always do is make sure you look to your left and even look to your right, and don't count out the right because there might be somebody right in front of you that you're not even paying attention to. You might be ready to think you're clear on the left side and then you jump out in the right and now you run into a kid with a walker that's sitting on the wall too. So the best thing you need to do is make sure you look to your left and make sure you look to your right before entering the floor. Once you feel that it's comfortable and it's safe to go ahead and get on the floor, then scoot out and go. What's up, y'all? This is the way that you get off the floor. So one thing you really want to do, depending on what lane you are in, you need to really plan how you want to get off the floor. Especially when it's a very packed skate jam. It's not going to be that easy of a task to get off the floor. But one thing you need to really make sure you do, before you're trying to get off the floor, you need to observe the crowd. You need to understand that, okay, these people are going at this speed. There's a lot of people in the fast lane. Sometimes you might have to merge like you're driving a car. So that's one thing you want to understand is even if you're not even old enough to drive and you're watching this video, you got to think about it as you're looking to be safe for yourself as well as everyone else. One thing you got to do is just merge on. So the first thing you want to do is go to the inside lane if you're in the middle. Then you want to go to the middle lane on the outside. And then you want to move to the fast lane. And you got to make sure you maintain that speed of where you are. And make sure one vital thing that you do when you are about to get off is make sure you point right, left, wherever the exit is, to let people know behind you who are also skating to get off the floor, that you are exiting the floor. So when people see that, they're gonna know, okay, you are pointing towards the exit, you are trying to exit the floor. So the best thing for you to do is when you are trying to exit that floor and you can look back and see that it's clear, start making your way and start pointing on the outside so people can know to be clear of your way of you trying to get off the floor so there's no collision. There's a couple of things I also need to let you know. These are very important, just as all the other things. You need to make sure that you don't bring food on the floor. Don't bring water, anything, because anything spilled, man, it's going to be chaos. And look, somebody run over it, now you got water spilled, you can cause a real hazard like that. It is best to not bring anything on the floor to eat. So don't bring any snacks, don't bring any food, don't bring any water, nothing. The floor is for skating only, not for snacking. You know, this is going to be very ironic to say, considering that I have some on. But listen, this is go for people who can't really skate that well and can't really maneuver their hands. Please do not wear beads or things of that nature that can break easily, because if that breaks and gets all over the floor, the entire floor is going to have to be shut down, because there's a lot of beads that can potentially stop a skater and it can potentially hurt somebody. So it's best to just not wear these. But you know, I'm a rebel, so I'm going to wear it right now because I got control of my skating, so don't wear it. Another thing you should also not do is don't carry any children on the floor. You should not be carrying a baby on the skate floor. And when you can barely stand up, that is a big hazard. You should not carry any child on a skate floor. That should be self-explanatory. Another thing is, don't be offended when a lot of skaters move past you or move you to the side. You know, they might grab your waist. They don't mean any harm. Some of them might be some creeps, but look, I promise you, 9 times out of 10 of a lot of them don't mean any harm. They just want to move you over to kind of get past. They don't want to have you kind of like yelling at you, telling you to get out the way or anything like that. So do not feel offended when skaters kind of just gently move you with their hands if you're going too slow, or if you're probably in the way if they're starting a routine. Don't take it offensive. We all do it. Sometimes we all run into each other. It's something that just happens. Those are a couple of things that you should not bring on the floor, as well as not do on the floor. But I think that's pretty much everything. So now I think we're going to go ahead and kind of end the video. So y'all, that is a little bit about skate etiquette 101. That is going to be able to teach you what you should do in the rink and what you shouldn't do in the rink. So I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. I hope you learned a little bit. And I really appreciate if you give me a sub. And we out.